Hey y'all, it's me again, Delightful Soul. I hope everybody is doing well out there, and as always, I thank you for tuning in with me. I just want to come to you today with this story about Josh Duggar. Josh Duggar is a member of the Duggar family who has a reality show, 17 and counting, and 19 and counting, and then counting on something to that effect.
We do have like devices or computers, we try to put the covenant eyes on there because it will give us a report each day, and I can see at a glance from an email any questionable things or a site, and it gives, opens up whatever's been viewed. And so I appreciate that. That has been a real help. We have school computers, and we have a computer in our main area in our dining room, and that's where we will search for information and that sort of thing. But we keep the covenant eyes on our devices, and then we're talking with our kids, because I feel like some of our adult children have waited to get an iPhone or something like that because they feel like it's important for them that they're not like dealing with all that, until later down the road. And then when they do, we put the safeties on them. They ask for that, and I feel like it's not. You realize that in a moment of weakness, or where you're, at the split second when something comes up on the screen, when it isn't even connected to what you were searching for.
Joshua Duggar, who is best known for his appearance on the reality TV series 19 Kids and Counting On. It was revealed on May 25th, 2022 that Duggar was sentenced to 12 years in prison on child pornography charges.
You think 12 years is fair,
Anna? For just 60 months behind bars.
Mr. Duggar, you got any comment today? You think 12 years is a fair sentence, sir? You guys didn't get 5 years to want your
According to the U.S. Sun. Now, the U.S. Sun went ahead and examined the charges brought against Duggar, and he was convicted of, March 2002, a 33-page police report revealed that Jim Bob Duggar, which is his father, told police that Joshua fondled the breasts and genitals of several young victims while they were asleep in the Duggars family home. About 4 or 5 of the incidents were reported. And in May of 2002, Jim Bob Duggar loses a primary bid for the Republican Senate seat to Senator Tim Hutchinson in Arkansas. Duggar's policies condemn rape and incest, deeming them capital crimes. Then we head into July of 2002. A police report revealed that Jim Bob explains that Josh told him about touching one of his victims while they were asleep on a sofa. And then March of 2003, Jim Bob and his wife, Michelle, are made aware of 2 more incidents where Josh touched an underage victim. In one situation, he allegedly touched his victim while she was sitting on his lap, and in another, he was accused of putting his hand up his victim's dress in a family laundry room. Elders at the Duggars family church agreed that Josh needed treatment. Jim Bob tells cops that Joshua Duggar went through a Christian counseling program from March 17 to July 17, where he did manual labor and had counseling, according to the 2006 police report. Josh's parents and church elders tell an Arkansas state trooper about the incident after Josh completed his treatment. Jim Bob tells police that the state trooper identified Joseph Hutchins gave Josh a very stern talk about what might happen if he continued such behavior. Joshua Hutchins is currently in jail on pornography charges. The Duggars appealed in September 2004. The Duggars appear on a Discovery Health special titled 14 Kids and Pregnant Again. Then in December 2006, the Arkansas Child Abuse Hotline receives a tip that there is further child abuse happening in Duggar's household, and the Springdale Police Department reaches out to the family for interviews. The family was scheduled to appear on Oprah, but the interview was canceled after producers received an email from an unnamed female that reported abuse from the Duggars household. Harpo staff faxed a letter to the Department of Human Service hotline. Springdale police go on to interview Jim, Bob, and Michelle, the victims and the alleged perpetrator at Springdale Children's Safety Center in Arkansas. They determined that the time frame in which they could have pressed charges have expired. December 2007. Mainstream outlets have yet to pick up on the abuse scandal, but message boards online are swirling with rumors about Josh Duggar's allegations. And this is according to Duggar. So in December 2008, the first episode of 17 Kids and Counting premieres, now 19 Kids and Counting on TLC. Then all the way to May 2015, In Touch publishes an article detailing Josh Duggar's inappropriate sexual conduct toward minors when he was a teen. They also obtained a police report through a Freedom of Information Act request. Josh took to Facebook to apologize for the allegation, pending 12 years ago, as a young teenager, I act inexcusably, for which I am extremely sorry and deeply regret. I hurt others, including my family and close friends, he wrote in a statement. Arkansas police destroyed the 2006 police report. Springdale Police in Arkansas spokesman Scott Lewis tells the AP that Judge Stacy Zimmerman ordered the 2006 offense report destroyed. Major retailers like Walgreens, General Mills, and Choice Hotels pulled their advertisements from the show. Joshua Hutchins tells In Touch that Jim Bob hit the extent of Josh's alleged abuse. August 2015, a Duggar report claimed that Josh was using adultery promoting dating service Ashley Madison and that he had been unfaithful to his wife Anna. Josh owned up to the claims. I have been the biggest hypocrite ever while espousing faith and family values. I have secretly over the last several years been viewing pornography on the internet and this has become a secret addition, and I became unfaithful to my wife, said a statement from Josh Duggar via DuggarFamily.com. In May of 2021, the TLC reality show Counting On is canceled. After almost 6 years following Josh Duggar's arrest on child pornography charges, the news comes after fans launched a petition to boycott the show, an insider told The Sun exclusively. The decision was made by TLC earlier this week to cancel the show. The family was told over the phone shortly after, and it's still very hush-hush. The petition from those who boycotted Counting On was hard to ignore, and sponsors were concerned following Josh's arrest.
Josh Duggar has been charged for, quote, receiving and possessing material depicting the sexual abuse of children. On Friday, the United States Attorney's Office, Western District of Arkansas, released a press release saying that in May of 2019, Duggar allegedly possessed material depicting sexual abuse of children under the age of 12. The release also states that if convicted, he faces up to 20 years in prison, along with fines up to $250,000 on each count. The former 19 Kids and Counting star has pleaded not guilty. On Thursday, Duggar was arrested and was being held without bond in an Arkansas jail. A representative for the U.S. Marshal Service had confirmed to People that the former reality TV star was arrested by Homeland Security. The 33-year-old's arrest comes days after his wife, Anna, announced on Instagram that they are expecting their 7th child together, a baby girl. Josh has faced various controversies since he entered the public eye on the TLC reality series. In May of 2015, Josh apologized for his, quote, wrongdoing after a 2006 police report revealed that he had been investigated as a teen for inappropriately touching 5 underage girls. His sisters, Jill and Jessa, subsequently stepped forward as 2 of the victims. Josh also ultimately confessed to having cheated on Anna, as well as to having a pornography addiction. In an apologetic statement posted on the Duggar family website at the time, Josh said that he was ashamed of the double life he had been living. And prior to his recent arrest, Josh faced a real estate lawsuit. In September of 2019, Cark.com reported that a 3-day jury trial is set for Josh, and that he is, quote, accused of fraud and is being sued for quiet title and breaching a contract. And in November of 2019, authorities told TV station KNWA that Josh's place of employment, an Arkansas car dealership, was raided by Homeland Security.
But the bottom line is the network really wanted to be on the right side of the scandal ahead of Josh's trial. It was important for bosses to be seen to have taken action. The case has put the show in such a bad light, and although it's a shame for those who work hard on it and the money spent, there really is no way forward. Counting On last season's end September 2020, and fans have been left wondering if there will be a new season this year. So in April 2021, 5 reality star Josh, 33, is taken into custody in Arkansas on April 29, 2021. The incident is related to the 2019 Homeland Security raid on his now shuttered used car dealership in Springdale, Arkansas, a source claimed. In November 2019, Homeland Security investigation conducted an ongoing federal investigation at the lot, but no charges were filed against Josh until now. A source exclusively told The Sun of patriot Jim Bob and his wife Michelle and their 19 children. The family has known that this has been coming for weeks, and Josh has been preparing himself. They are praying together for Josh and Anna, who is standing by her husband as she always has. The family members are extremely concerned by what is happening, and they just want to find out the truth. They know that this will put them in the spotlight. On Thursday, December 2nd, 2021, it was revealed that one file name on his computer, his HP desktop computer, is a video of a 3-month-old being actually abused and tortured. The prosecution explained that this computer was associated with Duggar's name and address. In a folder that contained 65 thumbnail files, the child pornography was discovered. The trial took place in Fayetteville, Arkansas for the charges stemming from his April 2021 arrest. Josh, who pleaded not guilty, was accused of possessing images of child pictures that is not shown in grace. The content has been described as some of the worst authorities have seen. Josh was found guilty of possession and receiving these pictures of the child on December 9th after a nearly 2-week trial. On May 25th of 2022, Arkansas Judge Timothy L. Brooks sentenced Josh to 151 months in prison. According to the Sun's court reporter, Josh appeared stoic as he received his sentence. Josh's wife Anna, sister Joanna, and dad Jim Bob and brothers Jason and James watched him receive his grueling sentence in the courthouse. Here's my thing about this whole situation. Josh's wife and father walking out with news and mics and cameras all in their faces and everything. A person like him, everybody around him suffers. Instead of him, you have brought shame on your family. Although I'm not going to let them off the hook either, because there's some things that could have been done to prevent all of this from happening. But at the same time, the selfishness for me, the selfishness to involve your family, knowing what and who they are. And not only that, not even talking about your family, let's go back and talk about the victims that you are supporting by looking at these sites and everything. That's why I think whether they would have gave you 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, that may not have been good enough for Josh Duggar. An abuser may come out of prison and do it again if they do not get him proper treatment. He has to want to change. And even after his family, such as his parents and even his wife, knowing that he has this problem, they even went through measures to try to keep him from the internet because of his actual addiction. A lot of this was swept under the rug by his parents, sending him to camps and that normally do not help many of those young people that is going in there with problems. Normally they come out with even more problems. And yeah, he's been arrested based on looking at child pictures, inappropriate child pictures. But what about his previous victims, the victims that he touched? They do not have justice, in my opinion. And so listen, from March 2017 to about July 2017, he was sent to a camp where he had to do manual labor. Like I said earlier, those particular camps normally turn out young people worse than they were when they went in. What type of counseling did he have? He was counseled by Joseph Hutchins, who was a sheriff in the area and closely associated with the family. But where is he? He's in jail for looking at inappropriate child pictures or in possession with inappropriate child pictures. So this behavior is pretty much nurtured throughout with no accountability within the early days, and with the fact that you're turning him over to a person who has a problem himself. And Oprah should have had them on. They should have been on the Oprah show. I would have had them on like she would do other guests and sideball them Ask them the difficult questions based on the information that she had. Have them to explain, because knowing if they do not have to explain to anyone in public, they are going to build their own narrative, and the victims will always be the victims, or they will make themselves out of the victims. Mainstream has not reported a lot on this information. You would read a lot about it. There's a lot of articles on this, but it doesn't go into details. And I have noticed that a lot of the statements that were made by TLC and other affiliations have been deleted offline. And I find it funny that TLC continued to support this family with this particular scandal going on. Now, don't get me wrong, the father is in a sense not responsible for the child's behavior. He cannot control what Josh does, but at the same time, he missed his opportunity when he was younger to address this problem. I feel, and this is my opinion, that when people like that is sheltered, I feel like they should have let some of those kids participate in outdoor and extracurricular activity other than being around the house with their siblings all the time and or in church all the time. And I feel like if it wasn't for the FBI, would not have caught him with this information or reckless information that he has pictures and inappropriate pictures with young people, he would have wreaked havoc. And there's no telling what victims that are out there. I just feel like Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar should have gotten treatment for their son when they first heard of his problem, and sought consequences to deter him from being a actual deviant. I felt like they just swept it under the rug, and now here we have it. Well, that goes to say that what's done in the dark comes to light. So I'm sure there's some other stories we'll hear in reference to this later on down the road, unfortunately. So y'all tell me what you think. Did I leave something out? Or let's just start a discussion about how this is not publicized as much as people like R. Kelly and other offenders. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And always, thank you for watching. Bye now.